Discover your home away from home at Kabalega Resorts, Hoima. Located just 4 kilometers from Hoima City on the Hoima-Masindi Road. A real resort in an eco-environment. Nestled near the stunning Albertine Escarpment and historic Mparo Royal Tombs. We are the perfect blend of convenience and charm. Treat yourself to our cozy rooms, mouth-watering meals at the restaurant, and refreshing moments in our outdoor pool. Whether you're here for business or leisure, our conference facilities, camping grounds, and fun-filled kids' playground are ready for you. Escape, relax, reconnect at Kawalega Resorts, Hoima. Your adventure starts with us. Book today. Discover your home away from home at Kabalega Resorts, Hoima. Located just 4 kilometers from Hoima City on the Hoima-Masindi Road. A real resort in an eco-environment. Nestled near the stunning Albertine Escarpment and historic Mparo Royal Tombs. We are the perfect blend of convenience and charm. Treat yourself to our cozy rooms, mouth-watering meals at the restaurant, and refreshing moments in our outdoor pool. Whether you're here for business or leisure, our conference facilities, camping grounds, and fun-filled kids' playground are ready for you. Escape, relax, reconnect at Kawalega Resorts, Hoima. Your adventure starts with us. Book today.
All right, a very good morning. Welcome to Elkin TV, the platform, of course, where expression is guaranteed. My name is Elijah Kelvin Morongi, and today we're going to be speaking at the World Press Day. Of course, it is going to be happening tomorrow, and we are hosting the GMEPA, that is the Greater Masindi Media Practitioners Association. So we're going to be speaking of how the press has been pursued here in Uganda, of course, and beyond. But also we shall be speaking about what activities are going to be happening tomorrow. That is as we celebrate Press Day as Masindi, so as Bunyoro at large. So today I am hosting gentlemen and a lady. This is quite unique about this panel because I haven't hosted a journalist that is a lady, but today we've managed to get one. So right at my extreme is Yosam Guchwaki, who works with the New Vision, and he will yet introduce himself, but also he is the president of GMEPA, that is Greater Masindi Media Practitioners Association. Next to him is the one that in Runyoro they call it Uyahiroho Ngule. Tiniye Ngule. That is Mr. Stephen Wandera. He works with NTV and Spark TV, and he is the ex-president of the Greater Masindi Media Practitioners Association. And next to Steve is Charity. Charity works with Radio 7, right? Yes. Not Radio 7. BBS, sorry. You know, studios of Radio 7 and BBS have similar colors. So when I saw the picture, I thought it is Radio 7. She is the chairman, organizing committee of the World Press Day for JIMEPA. Next to him is Nicholas. Nicholas has the other tag, that tag name that he calls himself, but is just to tell us, though I have it has a bit skipped my mind. So we're going to be speaking World Press Day, and we're going to be understanding what exactly is the World Press Day and what is the relevancy or the role of the press, yes, as we continue to do a lot of things, as we continue to also celebrate the different days. We also need to understand, why do we need to celebrate the World Press Day? So to start with, I will take the absolute honor to let our guests, our panelists, introduce themselves. Let me start with you, Yosam. Anything that you want to tell the viewers so that we can get started?
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Elijah. My name is Yosam Guchwaki. I'm a journalist. I work for the New Vision. I also write for the Cooperator magazine, and my area of jurisdiction is Masindi and Kiriandongo. I'm also the chairperson, Greater Masindi Media Practitioner Association, with Masindi, Bulisa, and Kiriandongo. So I'm very happy to be here, and also I want to thank you for hosting us, because you said this is your contribution towards our day.
Exactly.
I want to thank you so much for that opportunity. I'm calling upon the viewers to follow what's going to be happening here, such that they are able also to participate by giving in feedback and also understand more the significance of celebrating the World Press Day.
All right, thank you so much. Yes, you're welcome on the show. Let me get to the ex-president, that is Stephen Wandera. I've had him, I think this is the third time, if not second, about there.
Okay, colleagues, CEO, the moderator, OCAM Media Services, our dear viewer, my name is Stephen Wandera Kiki, aka Wanaira. I work with Nation Media Group, that is NTV, Monitor and Sparker TV, in charge of the Greater Masindi, that is Masindi, Lisa Kiandongo, and the former president of the association, that is JIMEPA, the mighty JIMEPA. As I said, we're going to celebrate our belated World Press Day commemoration, because internationally it is always 3rd May. But of course, 3rd May we have to also join the rest of the world. That's why we have always not had it on that D-Day. So we shall have it tomorrow, 31st, and we call upon the public to join us as we celebrate this day, and they will get more to know the impact or the importance of media to the societies we work in or with.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, the ex-president. You did mention. Okay, I'll get to that. All right. Let me get to Charity. Charity, who keeps on confusing me about where she works. Because of the design of the studio. But Charity, welcome on the show.
Charity, aka Mwijukuru Kamanyiro Muboro. I work with BBS, Bunyoro Broadcasting Services, as a news anchor, Lunyoro, and a reporter at the same time, a presenter.
Okay.
And at this moment, I think I'm the chairperson organizing committee, though others are disagreeing with it.
Who is disagreeing with your gender?
But the chairperson organizing committee for tomorrow's event. Okay. We are going to have our belated press day, and it will be at Koloping.
Okay.
And we have a number of activities to carry on tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Charity. I'll get to the activities. And now let me get to the to Nicholas. Nicholas, you're welcome on the show. It's the first time to have you here.
Thank you. I'm by the name Nicholas Amoti, commonly known as Omusaswangule.
Okay.
You know
that one.
Yeah. I work with the Kings FM. To date, I may say it's a historical day, and I'm happy to be on this panel of intellectuals.
Okay.
And I want to thank you for hosting us. And actually to inform our viewers, you know, very many people have been yearning to see me in English accent. So today,
they have been seeing in different versions.
Today I'm in English accent. You know, for all along, I do a so by the way, which is in Runyoflo. And the people always say, Musa Sangule, we want to see you in English accent shows.
But also was men.
So today I'm here.
Why is praising himself?
No, today I'm here, and at the same time, I'm a dangerous substitute.
Okay.
You know, I have many titles. Dangerous substitute. Actually, those who have been following our posts on different platforms. They saw Andama.
Yes.
He's my colleague.
The great Messiah.
Great Messiah. He always calls him West Nile ambassador.
Yes.
But we are soon to demote him because I'm here as a dangerous substitute.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Omsosangule. You're welcome on the show. Yeah, the name is a bit tricky to mention. Yeah, but of course, we shall learn here and there. All right. So our viewers that are watching us live on Outcome TV, thank you so much for making it live on Outcome TV. This is the platform, of course, where expression is guaranteed. So the views that you're about to hear on this particular show, they are views of all of us. Yeah, and if you have any kind of feedback or any kind of comments or any questions, you can be in position to drop that in our chat, and we shall be here to read them through and get responses in real time. All right, so let me start with Yosam Guchwaki. Now, about the World Press Day, yeah, we understand that this is an event or a celebration that happens every 3rd May, like our ex-president here did mention, and a lot of people celebrate it out there. Now, for JMEPA, why, to start with, why do you choose to celebrate it, let's say, a month, weeks later, but also what does it mean for Bunyoro? Then also, you'll give us a little highlight for those that do not understand what JMEPA stands for, yeah, for them to get to understand that.
Okay, thank you so much, Elijah. Let me begin with the history of this day.
Okay.
How it came about. This day came about, it was first adopted, the declaration of this day was first adopted in 1991 during a UNESCO conference which was held in Windhoek, Namibia. Then in 1993, it was proclaimed that it will be celebrated every year, 3rd of May, and many events will be held to honor the works the media do, the journalists. You know, you find many journalists die on the job. Those are the things we remember. Every year, we have a theme.
Okay.
This year's theme is reporting in a brave new world, the impact of artificial intelligence on press freedom and the media. You know, technology is advancing each and every day.
Okay.
And the theme is in line with what is happening now. So we are trying to remind ourselves that though there is AI, you don't need to forget the core principles of journalism. You know, you may use AI, but sometimes you find very many inaccurate things, which are in your story, maybe which are in your work. But this is a day we remind ourselves that though there is AI is very important, but it may impact negatively or positively on our work. So we try to remind ourselves that though there is AI, we have to do ABCD. Why do we celebrate this day? This day is very important because it is a platform we use to remind the government to respect the press and freedom, the press and freedom, the rights for journalists, rights of expression.
Okay.
We remind it on maybe when there are policies or laws which are not favorable to maybe which are not favoring our work. The journalists, where they are doing their things. We also, for us journalists, we also remind ourselves on the ethics. Because sometimes we go astray. I know some individuals go astray. Find someone has not followed the principles, is biased, is not balancing, is not fair at all. So we try to remind ourselves that at least let us do A, B, C, D. This day we have been celebrating it as Masindi. I think this is the first time we are celebrating it as Jimepa. This is the time we celebrated it in town here. We planted trees at Masindi Hospital.
Okay.
We donated basic items to the sick, the people who are sick, who are vulnerable. This is the time we celebrated it in Wijenje, Nyavieya, Budong sub-county. We also donated items to the vulnerable people, the elderly. We also had a football match. We planted trees. And also, sometimes we celebrate it. You know, what constrains us mostly is financial support.
Okay.
But when we have the finances, we can do everything, but we shall be there. Jimepa is a media association which brings together about 70 journalists from Greater Masindi from Greater Masindi districts, Kiriandongo, Masindi, and Bulisa. And we are happy that people have embraced our association. People have subscribed as members. And we do a lot as far as capacity building is concerned, as far as supporting each other is concerned in case of need or an eventuality. And we have also promoted unity. And what we are doing most now is bringing on board every journalist, whether he's a blogger, online TV like Elkem. Yes, we need you to join us. Some of you have already joined us. TTV and the other online platforms, like there are people who are having websites. You know, people are very innovative. The users are very innovative.
Of course,
so
to the digital
we are welcoming them to this association because we are there to work together. We don't need to fight each other, but to work as a team. As per now, that's what I can tell you about that day and about Jimepa.
All right. Maybe for starters, a quick one. For someone to be in position to join the association, who joins, who doesn't join, and what does it take to join?
We have categories of membership.
Okay.
If someone is practicing, is a journalist, is a media practitioner, is supposed to pay 30,000. On that 30,000, we also give you an ID. You know, there are some institutions which are not issuing IDs, and someone has to practice. But for us, we give you an ID.
For reason best,
yes,
best known to the institutions.
Known to the institutions. But for us, we give those IDs.
Okay.
It's only 30,000. We also have categories. We have one where one can join as an associate member. He's not a journalist. He's not a media practitioner, but he just wants to associate with us. He's free to join. Yeah, we also have corporate membership, where you find a corporate organization like Elkem Media joining. They pay 100,000. An associate member pays 50,000. So those are the categories of membership.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Now, maybe I will a bit switch to Mr. Wandera. Yes, because him being in the system for quite for quite some time. Maybe just to break down the technical terms. Yeah, when we talk about the media practitioners, because for the viewers out there, they'll need to understand media practitioner and journalist. What is the difference, and how do they come together then?
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Elijah, comrade. Journalist and the media fraternity.
Practitioner.
A media practitioner. And this is very simple. For a journalist, someone to be called a journalist, you should have been in the journalism class.
Okay.
You should have been taught or learned the media law, media ethics, media conduct.
Okay.
And for the media practitioner, these are the people who learn on job.
Okay.
Take for instance, you have got a talent,
You're passionate.
You're passionate. So you learn on job.
Okay.
You practice, but when you're not a professional, when you have not studied journalism in a class, so there we call you are a media practitioner. But for a professional journalist, this is someone who has been in a journalism class, who has studied journalism.
And they have been certified, or they have got any honors, diploma, degree, or
whatever.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. That one. Okay.
On that thing, you see, journalists are supposed to be like lawyers.
Okay.
Only that we have gaps in our government. Our government is supposed to put it is provided for in the Journalism Act, Journalists Act. There is something called the NIJU, National Institution of Journalists in Uganda.
National
Institution of Journalists in Uganda. It is called the NIJU. After someone getting a degree or what is supposed to be enrolled.
Okay.
And be given a practicing certificate as a journalist.
Which is now like LDC.
Yes. It's like a PC. But it's not happening. That's why you see in the media, someone who comes and practices, anyone can come and practice and is called a journalist. Because of the lack of that institution which is enrolling a journalist. But as Jawandra has explained, that's what happens.
Okay.
Someone is a teacher, comes and practice. Someone, yes.
Sorry to cut you short. I have heard that there are people who, there is a term that you call those people, the ones that simply report. For example, if someone has to record like a video of something that is happening.
Citizen journalists. Citizen journalists.
Okay, citizen journalist.
Yes.
So anyone can be a journalist where they are.
Yeah, they can be a journalist so long as you are following the principles of journalism. Yes, but not everyone follows them.
Okay.
You find someone just post something, has got information, has not verified, it is inaccurate, he posts it. That one is not a journalist.
Unfiltered.
Yes. That one is not a journalist. So journalist has to follow all those procedures. There should be gatekeeping in journalism.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. Our viewers that are watching us live on Elcam TV, thank you so much for keeping it live on Elcam TV. Now, we're trying to understand these dynamics so that at the end of the day, we are not, our job is not mistaken. You see, most of the people have a different narrative about journalism, and at the end of the day, they find when they are missing a lot of things, they think this is who journalists are. This is actually, some people do not differentiate between the news anchors, the presenters, and all that. So we are all categorized in one thing, but we are yet to understand all those dynamics. Now, getting to you, Charity, tomorrow you do commemorate or you do celebrate the belated World Press Day.
Yes.
Okay. And as Masindi, or the Greater Masindi Media Practitioners Association, you've come on board to see that you also be part of the people that celebrate the press. Now, what are these activities, or some of the things that we should expect and not expect, by the way? Because as we expect, other people do not expect certain things. Yes, you could take us through that.
Yeah, tomorrow we have a program which we are going to follow as with the journalists in Masindi, and we are going to start from Kijura. But before Kijura, we are going to set off from our office. It's where we're going to gather from, and we shall have a vehicle which will take us to Kijura. In Kijura, we have an activity of cleaning Kijura market.
Okay, where is the office for those that would like to join?
The office is that road. Is it Sebagala? Sebagala Road, as you're branching to Beckham.
Okay.
Yeah, that is where our office is, and we are going to set off from there by 8:30. We should have all gathered in that place.
Okay.
All of us. So after we go to Kijura, we are going to clean the market. We decided to clean Kijura market just because other people have been coming to clean around the town. They've been cleaning Masindi Central Market. And we thought about it, and we were like, Kijura Market would work better because we also have vendor there, but the market is not all that good.
Okay.
And when you look at the markets around Masindi, you'll find Kijura market is one of the markets which are in a sorrow state.
Okay.
And you'll find the garbage collection is really poor. And we decided to go there to Kijura market, and today, remember, we have a market. A market day. Today it is Friday. So it thought it why that by tomorrow, we are very sure there will be garbage. And what we decided is to go clean the market, talk with the vendors on the challenges maybe. We cooperate with them. We show them love.
Okay.
Like, they are the people who, when you go there in the field, those market people, they have been very, very cooperative to us journalists.
They give you information.
Yes, when you go there in the market, they really appreciate, and they give you what you want. They don't hesitate. So we just said, like, we should give them back love and show them love.
Okay.
We decided to go to Kijura market. We clean the market. We talk to the people. We also, I think we also do like some of like informing what the journalists can do, that even someone who is down can do it.
Okay.
Because they see us in studios and they think we are far away from
Far
them.
away from them.
And
They
yet
call you
we are all local
celebrities.
people. We are local like them. So we want to
Okay.
show them that being a journalist does not mean that we are kings, we are princesses. No, we are also local people like them.
Okay, maybe for the viewer, I would like to understand who joins this movement. Is it just the journalists, or everyone out there is welcome to join this? Or it is men or women?
No, it is not gender-based, but we call upon everyone,
Okay.
whether a market vendor or a local person, as long as if you have the love of joining us as we are cleaning, because cleaning is not for us only. What we are showing is that we can do what you can do when it comes to cleaning our town, because we also live in Masindi like other locals.
Okay. Now, someone would ask themselves a question. You see, when you do the cleaning now, what
Yes.
happens? Tomorrow is going to be a Saturday.
Yes.
What happens on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the rest of the days? So should we say the market will be as clean as you left it? So what is the sustainability program that you have to see that Kijura market and your intentions of having it clean tomorrow can last?
Thanks for the question. What we are doing is to show them that an example that we can clean the market ourselves without waiting for the municipal authorities to come, because they will delay. Once they delay you, it does not mean that you keep waiting for the car to come. If we can also come on the ground and we clean, meaning you vendors, you can also do the same
Okay.
to clean your own market, because it is ours.
Okay.
You find the municipal leader is not even buying food in your market. Is
Mm.
buying supermarket food. So you will not wait for that person
Okay.
to organize and bring for you a car and give you our cars. No, it's us. The market belongs to us. So as journalists, if we have come on ground, we are
Okay.
just doing something like an example to show people that this market is ours. We can clean it by ourselves.
Okay.
Yes.
So in other words, tomorrow you're dropping the microphones in studio
Yes.
and going to be exemplary to show the people that you can do this
We
yourself.
can also even use hands, because the
Okay.
love we have for that market is much.
All right. Now, when it gets to the time, you said you're gathering at Jumepa offices at 8:30.
8:30. By that time,
AM?
we should all be there. At
Okay.
least 7:30 should find you there.
Okay. Now, when do you reach to the market? But also, how long is that cleaning going to take?
We cannot estimate the cleaning time,
Okay.
because we may reach there. We don't know the amount of the garbage we will find there. We may reach there early and we clean, and you'll find when the place is too much for us to clean, it will take some time. So we had estimated like 1 hour or 2 hours, but if at all time passes through, we shall be there.
Okay.
It will depend.
It would depend.
Yes.
All right. Now, what are the expectations? What should people expect? Should they expect you'll give them lunch thereafter? Should they expect you're going to offer them give them the cleaning gears? Because you see, when you're going to clean, how about the dirt? How are you going to be in position to handle that? The tools they're going to use, do people come with their own hose or whatever? Or what is the arrangement?
The arrangement, you just talked of lunch. We didn't talk about it and discuss about it, but we are going to have our own cleaning gears.
Okay.
And we are going to buy brooms and the other things. When we finish to clean, we won't take them. We shall
You
leave them for
the
them.
market. Okay.
Yes. And some of the gloves, when others are left out, we shall still leave them for them. For those people who are interested in cleaning the market. If at all they pick up the information and our agenda, what is the main topic? The agenda of cleaning that market is to show them that they can also clean it for themselves. If they buy the idea of cleaning it for themselves, then we shall leave those things for them. Yes.
Okay. Now let me get back a little bit to your Sam Guchwaki. Now, as you are planning this particular day, who do you look at as the partners and all that? But also, what is the after effects of after the cleaning of the market?
Okay, thank you so much. Our first partners are the members of this association. Those are the primary partners. Then we also have central division because the chairman is already in there, no? And he promised to join us and also give us those trucks, the truck where we can be putting the garbage. Other partners, we have the business community.
Okay.
And also the leaders. I'm sure there are leaders who are willing to join us. The political leaders, the office bearers who are going to join us. The proprietors of these media houses we have in Masindi are also our partners. And some of them have supported us, even you have already supported us by giving us this platform. Yesterday we were somewhere, today in the evening we are somewhere, mobilizing the communities.
For this particular day.
For this particular day. And after, for us, our aim, you talked about the issue of sustainability, that shall we be going to clean all the time? No. We are conveying a message to other corporate organizations that they can also do the same. We can't wait for government. Our government, especially local government, the one I'm seeing it is financially doing bad. Because you can see heaps of garbage in town. They tell you the truck got grounded. Now 2 weeks, you find garbage is heaped in the town.
Well, especially when it rains.
Yes, when it rains, you find a lot of stinking. But we are conveying a message that we can do something as a community. You know, our fathers and grandfathers would do community work. And you find they are cleaning the well very well. They are cleaning the market. So we are trying to put something in people that we can also wake up and do something. You know, something little can change someone's thinking and the attitude.
All right. Then lastly about the World Press Day, maybe let me get back to charity. I wanted that a bit for clarification. And other activities, of course. Yeah, because now what happens after the cleaning? Do we go for party? Do we go for what now? For lunch?
Okay, before the party, as we are coming back from Kijura to town, we are going to go to Masindi Main Hospital to monitor on the trees we had planted in the last celebrations. What is their conditions? How are they per now? Did they grow or they didn't? Yes. So that's what we are going to do. We come back at Masindi Stadium. We are going to have a match, a football match, between Jimepa members and Masindi corporates. So after the match will begin at 4 p.m. And after the match, we shall have a dinner at Koloping. Yes.
Wow, a dinner at Koloping. Now that is the part I was looking for. Yeah, that is the part I was looking for. Okay. All right. Now, okay, you could proceed if there is anything else.
Yeah. At Koloping, because you didn't ask me what they invited.
Yes. Who comes, who doesn't come? Do all the people that cleaned the market with you join and all that?
No. The people who are invited are those people who are going to play football with the Masindi corporates. They're invited. The political leaders
are invited.
The journalists, practitioners, and other stakeholders who got invitations. the CEO like you're also invited. And the other, I think
by
most
mouth,
of the most of the radio stations are owned by politicians, so
Okay.
we just combined it.
Political leaders and
At the same time, a director of a radio station,
okay.
so they are all invited at the party.
All right. Thank you so much, Charity. Thank you so much, Mr. President, for that clarification, and we cannot wait to be part of this commemoration. All right. Now we're going to be going for a very short commercial break, and then return. We're going to be speaking a little bit of press and politics. The platform returns.
Discover your home away from home at Kabalega Resorts, Hoima. Located just 4 kilometers from Hoima City on the Hoima-Masindi Road. A real resort in an eco-environment. Nestled near the stunning Albertine Escarpment and historic Mparo Royal Tombs. We are the perfect blend of convenience and charm. Treat yourself to our cozy rooms, mouth-watering meals at the restaurant, and refreshing moments in our outdoor pool. Whether you're here for business or leisure, our conference facilities, camping grounds, and fun-filled kids' playground are ready for you. Escape, relax, reconnect at Kawalega Resorts. Hoima, your adventure starts with us. Book today. Discover your home away from home at Kabalega Resorts, Hoima. Located just 4 kilometers from Hoima City on the Hoima-Masindi Road. A real resort in an eco-environment. Nestled near the stunning Albertine Escarpment and historic Mparo Royal Tombs. We are the perfect blend of convenience and charm. Treat yourself to our cozy rooms, mouth-watering meals at the restaurant, and refreshing moments in our outdoor pool. Whether you're here for business or leisure, our conference facilities, camping grounds, and fun-filled kids' playground are ready for you. Escape, relax, reconnect at Kawalega Resorts. Hoima, your adventure starts with us. Book today.
All right, welcome back from that short commercial break. My name is Elijah Kelvin Murungi, and this is the platform where expression is guaranteed. So we're still speaking about the World Press Day, and we've been going into the dynamics of what the commemoration is going to look like, the activities, but also what it means for the Greater Masindi the Greater Masindi, the districts of Kiriandongo, Masindi, and Bulisa, right? Guchoki. Yes. So all those people, or all of us, are going to be gathering tomorrow here in Masindi to commemorate this particular day. We are expecting about over 70 journalists that subscribe to this particular association, that is the Greater Masindi Media Practitioners Association, to be in Kijura Market tomorrow, but also the local people, the residents of Masindi, you can be in position to join the market vendors. This is your market, so tomorrow you need to take lead in this particular initiative as we clean the Kijura Market. The time has already been designed. 7:30 you should be at Jumepa, and by 8:30, right, we shall be setting off to go to Kijura, and then thereafter we shall be having a match that is at 4 p.m. Between Jumepa and the Masindi and the Masindi corporates. And later, of course, for us that are invited for the dinner, we'll indulge into the delicacies yes, at Coping Hotel Masindi tomorrow, and that will mark the World Press Day celebrations. All right, now we're going to be diving a little bit into a dialogue to do with the press. Now, to start with, there is a gentleman right here, that is Nicholas Omuswaswangule. Now, you did mention that people would like to hear you speak English, and you're just about to.
As I did before.
As you did before.
Yes.
Yes. Now you're just about to do again. Now, looking at the press, you see, we've had a lot of uncertainties, but also certainties to do with the press, or let's say the media at large. And whether it is in Uganda, whether it is in Africa, whether it is beyond, there are things that have happened, those that have gone seen and unseen, and would like you to do an assessment of how do you see the press currently.
Currently, how I see the press. Actually, before I go to your question, I want also to inform our viewers that on Saturday, they should not miss to come and see me playing in number 9 of that match
the
of
dangerous
corporate.
Substitute.
No, I'm a starter.
This time you're a starter, not a
Actually,
substitute.
last time I played, I scored a wonder goal. So they should come and watch
this match.
So back to the question, how do I see the press in Uganda, East Africa, or entire world? Actually, personally, I may say the press is under attack.
The press is under attack.
Is under attack. You know, for the past 2 months, those who have been following the scenarios, the research shows at least 15 journalists have been attacked during execution of their duties. Actually, of recent, it was in Kawempe. It was a by-election where we saw even media houses forced to withdraw. You know, when you are doing your work, every day send you to the field to get information, so that you can inform the listeners or the public, and you are withdrawn. It's not something to be happy of. So, however, sometimes it's an added advantage which act as eye opener. You know, those days people thought being a journalist or a press, it's an easy job.
It's
actually,
about being a celebrity.
Actually, some people, we call it degrading. When you go to villages, they will always term us as Romamongers, Murunyoro Bagamba, Avorugambe. So even when a parent take her child to study journalism, you made your child to study Romamongering. So it's going to become a problem here. So attacks on journalists, it has been a very, very threat to their duties. mostly by security personnel. This is not happening only in Uganda, but across the world.
Okay. Now, Nicholas, when you speak about the did you say the journalists being under attack?
Yes.
Under attack. Are you speaking of? Are you speaking about it in general? Because these are incidents. These are incidents that have just happened 2 months ago, like you've mentioned.
Yes.
Yes, there are other incidents, but then when you put it at a general, landscape, would you still say it is under attack? Let's say we're putting it to a whole year or 2 years.
Whole year or 2 years? No, when I say under attack, this is not only 2 months. I was just giving recent scenarios.
Okay.
There are very many scenarios. It may not be by security personnel or by what, but being an attack, it comes with costs, or on a broader perspective.
Okay.
Journalists, their main role is to inform. Let me say, when you go to any office and you ask for information, and the person who is supposed to give you information tells you, let me first consult. That means your role is under attack, and as a journalist, you will not be able to deliver what the public is expecting of you. That's one. And actually, I have been following these days where we have digital medias. Many people are going astray, whereby when you ask, for example, I want to know the current status of the roads in Masindi.
Okay.
For you have visited the engineering office works. You man, go and search and use AI. It will give you information. So as a person who is taught to be on factual, you will find that person has denied you information to give to the public. So automatically you not deliver. Yes. So that's one. So when you assess there's what we call censorship. Many people have been threatened to join the journalism course. They have censored themselves because of the scenario, automatically. Because of the scenarios they are seeing. They say, me, I'm not going to join that course. You saw the other time they beat the other one. Someone is nursing wounds. So they have censored themselves. And that is threatening the future, whereby you will find, I personally, I may fail to get a replacement because people are fearing to join
the course.
Actually, censorship, it has been mostly happening in women. You know, women, I have been making a survey, women are fearing to join media. Actually, by example, you may even see here on the panel. We have only one lady. That should be a worry.
Who has decided to be on the table of men?
For men, for intellectuals.
Okay.
So actually, I want to applaud her for being a brave person. You know, it's not an easy with this situation to maneuver as a woman
and come through.
Then there's what we call impunity.
In Runyoro, what we call emputu.
Or ankoraki, order from above. These days, they are saying order from above.
Okay.
Some people have made journalists to fail because they want journalists to serve in their interests.
Okay. They want journalists to serve in their interests.
Okay. And that has been very, very dangerous. Take for instance, recently there was a tweet which was ordering journalists to go for CADA course. And the vendor was wondering now, what am I going to do there in the CADA course? So
to get skills of how to maneuver in war, in what?
no,
Unless you're not going to cover the war.
journalists are trained to report, not to operate in wars. So what we call impunity, someone to come and say, now, how came TV? If a day you fail to run a message praising me, tomorrow I will do what?
Close you down.
I will close you down. And as a TV, you will find yourself operating in hardship.
Okay.
You say now you want to continue serving the public as you are doing it now.
Okay.
So you will only remain with an option to run a message praising that person. So that is an impunity.
Okay.
As an impunity. Actually, some have been arrested. And some media houses have been closed because of failing to cooperate. Not because failing to cooperate within the law, but within the interest of the superiors. So really, press freedom
it's being jeopardized.
But I'm sure I want to inform the viewers, never lose hope. Never lose hope. Today it may be jeopardized, over under attack or over under threat.
Okay.
Tomorrow things may be better. May not be well,
but better than today.
But better than
today. All right, let's keep up the hope. All right, for now, I am going to go a little bit to charity. But before I go to charity, thank you so much, Omsoswangule. Yes, by the end of this show, I'll have that name very perfectly mentioned.
Actually, you may use it the general
one, which
of
is
microphone.
The general of microphone.
General of microphone.
All right, thank you so much. Our viewers that are watching us live on Elkem TV, thank you so much for keeping it live on Elkem TV. This is the platform, of course, where expression is guaranteed. Now, we have very, very many comments. I'll be in position to read a few as we proceed. Karim Abdallah says, how are you, Guchwaki? Karim Abdallah says, hi. Emily Mbabazi says, okay. Emily Mbabazi, I think that has been rectified. Then Ayebali Martha says, I'm on. Then Agaba Alan says, Omsoswangule, I like him. Smart King William says, thanks, comrades. Okay, now these other people were holding a chat here. It was a bit long. Karim Abdallah says, that lady speaks well. Okay, Abdallah. We've got the message. Yeah, we've got the message.
Think otherwise.
Someone is saying, Mr. Yebale, I'm doing well, my dear, long time. Okay, Joe Smith says, thanks for the show. I'm on. To Sabe Goretti says, hello everyone, I joined late. Hello Guchwaki. Then to Mosime one says, thanks for the show. Then someone says, the journalists need to do training of the army because where we are going. And then he ends with 2026. 2026. Namugera Sharon says, waiting for Msoswangule. I think by now you've seen Msoswangule. Then Tracy Letitia Nyangoma says, hello everyone. Wanaila, are you in the rest of 2026? Wanaila is yet to confirm. Yeah, that's as well. The other messages, I'm sorry I may not read everything because the rest are a bit unbecoming. Emily Mbabazi saying, me, I'm inviting myself to the World Press Day. Yeah, I think when it got to the food, that is where, to the dinner, that is when she commented. Okay, remember for my Kabalega Resort, I call upon everyone this Sunday at Kabalega Resort, Hoima. Okay, thanks for that information. Then Gaba Alan. Okay, I'll read the other comments later. Because Kabale Kasigwa Patrick, Msoswangule is true. Like Bunyoro politicians, like someone which I may not mention, to stop tokening journalists. The other day we were here and tokens were okay. Mr. Ex-President, tokens, I think.
What do you mean when you talk of tokens?
Tokens being okay when a politician comes through and they're like, hey, you can have this taken
No,
for your transport.
No, if it is in good faith, there's what we call facilitating you for work, but not giving you a brown envelope to kill the story. That is unethical.
How about when you take the brown envelope and still don't kill the story?
We don't have, of course, I don't know.
To integrity.
I don't know, but professionally, you know, your integrity, you're not supposed to be compromised. So what we don't encourage professionally, someone gives you money, try it in his or her favor, or to kill a story. But for an envelope to appreciate or to facilitate your work, it is okay.
It is okay.
It is okay because we also have families. We also have children who are in schools, and of course, when you are tipped.
For the good work.
For the good work. Appreciation. But not giving you money
to kill
the story or to influence the story.
Oh, now it should be run. All right, thank you so much, ex-president. All right, now someone did mention, but Masindi journalists are safe. For them, they have never been beaten.
No, we are victims.
We have victims here. They're on record. All right. Okay. The rest of the messages we shall keep on reading through. Someone said they think Wanaila enjoys the envelope, the way he speaks with a smile. All right, thank you so much, the people that are watching us live on Elkem TV. Thank you so much for keeping it live on Elkem TV. Now, Charity, we are trying to assess the current press situation in Uganda, East Africa, and beyond. Sosangule did mention that the media or the press is under attack. What is your take?
Yeah, I'm not going to be so different from him.
Okay.
Because all the points, at least, they can align. When it comes to intimidations from those top government officials to journalists, it's very, very, very bad. Because we are facing a number of intimidations from government officials, political leaders, and even the top directors from different organizations, either NGOs or government. But now 2026 is going to come, the elections. You'll find when journalists who are covering opposition parties, we are going to be very, very, very bad. And I don't know what is going to happen to this colleague of mine, because
who
when
has tested before.
Yes, because when I'm to report for him, I think it is going to be another story to tell.
Okay.
Because as you see in Uganda, here opposition parties, they are very, very keen when it comes those security organizations. They look at them as if they are rebels, and they don't like seeing you covering them. They take you like as if you're also like them. And yet for us journalists, we are supposed to be neutral. Despite the fact that they are opposition. But for me, I'm a Ugandan. They're also Ugandans. Okay. It's my role to cover them. But you find the intimidation from up there. And when you're covering the president of Uganda, maybe I'm assuming, and you're covering the president of Uganda, and there is also another opposition party's president. They're all coming to Masindi. You find the ones who are covering president for the current NRM party. They're in good time. They are even happy, standing strong when they are covering even live, taking tea, doing each and everything freely. But when it comes to covering opposition, for sure, you find you're hiding, even the camera, you're only leaving the only eye to cover opposition, which is very, very bad for us journalists. Otherwise, they're even stepping on our rights as journalists. Because if I'm a journalist, I'm supposed to be neutral, and you're the ones who made those laws according to the other law which they made in 2005. They gave us freedom to access each and every government office to get information. But you'll find they were not giving us that information. And I'm very sad that 2026 is coming and I'm supposed to work.
Okay,
So they even
you're
put
very
us
sad.
in that situation of even getting worried. The time of elections are coming now.
What is the
Strokes are
situation
coming
going to
from
be like?
security organizations. You even feel sad to cover, but you're supposed to do that job because it's your job. It's what you choose.
You're like Uganda Red Cross.
Yes.
All right. Now, Charity, if someone asked a question, is there anything to celebrate? Because ahead of the celebrations that will be happening tomorrow, if you're having all these kinds of situations and the way you speak looks like there is nothing to celebrate. Now, is there anything to celebrate?
There is something to celebrate. Why we should celebrate, as my president said before, when you're celebrating this day, we are trying to inform the government and reminding them that we are journalists who need our rights. Please, if you see us somewhere or anywhere, leave us with our rights. Okay. Only if the security guard is there, let him tell me in a good faith that maybe don't do this and this. In a good faith, but not beating me. I'm also Ugandan who also followed the same laws they made as Ugandans. So tomorrow as we are celebrating, we are trying to inform our political leaders in town and the other government officials, because we are going to have many people there. Because from our speeches, we as the journalists, we shall tell them the challenges we are facing as we are doing our job. We shall tell them that 2026 is coming. Please, we shouldn't receive any intimidation from anybody. Okay. Because we are supposed to do our job as journalists.
All right.
So tomorrow's event is all about even informing the government that we need our rights back as journalists.
The rights
reminding them that 2026 is coming, it is not far, but please they should treat us fairly.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Charity. Let me get to Owanaira. Yes. Now, Owanaira, Charity says your rights have been taken away as journalists. Yes. Do you want to tell us about those rights to start with?
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. I want.
Yeah, actually, when he speaks about the events, he is not supposed to cover. I only remember this previous day. You remember as well.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Elijah, comrade, and our garrison. So when we talk about Uganda's press freedom landscape, the current situation,
okay,
I will use a word that the situation we are operating in is alarming. Nowadays, we are going for work when we are not sure of our safety at the future, whether we shall come back home safely or not. So this is the situation we are in. The Banyoro say, we have a saying that you cannot tell your mother and feels happy.
Talks about. Let him put it in Runyoro.
So this is the situation. And of course, the rights of journalists have been infringed on. Our rights have been taken away. The rights of expression, access to information, freedom of speech, as they are enshrined in the Constitution, have been taken away. There is a lot of censorship. There is a lot of intimidations. Self-censorship. So, we are now dancing according to their tunes. In Uganda, Uganda previously has a unique contradiction in its media in its press freedom landscape. By the way, in the Central and East Africa, Uganda, it was somehow fairly. Because ever journalists go in the course of law with complaints, they would win cases.
Okay.
They rule in their favor of justice. But that is not the case. That is not the case. You have seen journalists being beaten up for speaking the truth.
Okay. Maybe we can adjust the microphone. Yes. So that
So,
we can hear you clearly.
So we have seen journalists being beaten up.
Maybe we could send this. The producer says your microphone is not.
Maybe it's a tactics. You don't want to.
You're getting tactics.
You know, Nicholas is a comedian and a presenter. So, but we enjoying him.
Doesn't want to get back to the other story.
But we enjoying him.
Oh, no,
I wish we would always have him whenever we have.
Okay.
But I've enjoyed so. Mr. Elijah, the fact is, as the colleagues have said, the industry, the media industry, is under attack.
Okay.
Is under attack, and the way how he has said, people or scholars or the young generation are losing interest in this journalism course. In fact, we have a long way to convince the young generation to go in for journalism as a course. Because when you interact with them, they say, really, I like journalism. But when I see how you're being beaten up, how you're being harassed, I lose the morale. But through these engagements, through these platforms, it is where we bring out our voices and inform the government and inform the parliament, security agencies, that journalism is not a crime. Journalism or journalists have played a very big role in the development of the country.
And transforming a lot of things.
Of the world. Imagine without media, what would happen? In fact, these people, they should be appreciating what we do. Because the fact is, we need each other. We all need to coexist. Recent scenarios. Some media houses in Uganda are not allowed to cover events which are involving the president or security.
Up to date.
Why? They don't trust them what they will produce. They want them to produce stories which are in their favor. They want them to produce what they want to hear. Information which pleases them.
Okay.
NTV, a media house I work for, even to date, we have been banned from covering the president. We were scrapped off the list when the president was here. We have had a pass out at Kabali, police training. NTV was not invited. And this all originates from the Kawempe saga, that the journalists spoke the truth. For them,
Okay.
for them which they say fabricated information.
Maybe since we have a re-election, somehow you'll be given a leeway thereafter that re-election in Kawempe.
I can't tell, because now if they say that the order is from the commander in chief, maybe if he's advised otherwise. But for us, we are there. We are not attached to a certain political party that we should always cover NRM, we should always cover NOP, we should always cover FDC. At least me, I've had a journalist of all seasons. I've covered NRM, I've covered FDC, I've covered NUP, and without any bias. When I am for duties. So the environment in Uganda and Africa at large is not good. We need to advocate for our rights, we ourselves, because there is no one who will fight for us.
All right, thank you so much, our Naira. I'll be able to get back to you when it gets to these solutions, or what some of the things we can do moving forward to see that we have a very good space for journalists here in Uganda and beyond. Now, I want to read a few comments, more especially for you, Mr. Yosam Guchwaki, to react on or to respond. Emily Mbabazi says, my question is, how do journalists in Bunyoro navigate challenges like limited resources, political pressures, or community expectations while maintaining independent reporting? That is one. Then secondly, shout outs to Moses Andama. He says, big up comrades, I'm following you live at Karuma. All right, we hope you do well with the bridge. Then Tracy Letitia Nyangoma says, how can Ugandan journalism schools and institutions better prepare students for the realities of press freedom challenges in the country? I think someone spoke about how currently people are not interested in taking on courses. I think it was you. Maybe some of you will respond to that. And then Emily Mbabazi says, what is the theme for this year's World Press Day? I think Emily missed that. You've been positioned to respond. Bernard Kiyosaba, how can journalists in Uganda balance patriotic reporting with the duty to criticize and hold the government accountable? I think I have the same question. Yeah, so Bernard Kiyosaba, you spoke my mind. Thank you so much, because we want to speak about criticism, but also we need to focus on reporting what is good to be reported for the country or about the country. Now let us start with the question of Mbabazi. How do journalists in Bunyoro navigate challenges like limited resources, political pressures, or community expectations while maintaining independent reporting? Emily, the president will be responding to you right here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, the viewers. She's also interested in the SIM, knowing the SIM, isn't it?
Yes.
But I mentioned it. Our SIM is reporting in the brave new world. You know, now we're like in a new world.
The mic.
Yes.
When you take it off.
Yes, everything is improving technology-wise. Reporting in the brave new world, the impact of artificial intelligence on press freedom and the media. We said the impact may be negative or positive of artificial intelligence. Okay. If you use it well, you get good results. But if you use it anyhow, you also get negative results. You know, AI is helping in different ways. You can do something just using an app.
Okay.
But you need to verify what you're doing to ensure that it's accurate, balanced, fair.
Mm.
Those are the principles of journalism.
Okay.
But before I go to those questions, I wanted to give the history of the media, how it has been growing in Uganda.
Okay.
In Uganda, at first, from 1960s to 90s to 1990, it was the government enjoying a monopoly of the media under Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, UBC.
Mm.
Yes, at first there were those Church Missionary Society papers, UBC, and also the Kabak had a newspaper. I think if you can remember the history of journalism. And but we also want to thank government in 1993 to liberalize the media in Uganda, which led to the emergence of different radio station FMs, hence creating employment for journalists. Many are employed. Though there are challenges, but at least many are employed. We can give credit.
They are somewhere.
They are somewhere.
touched
We can
somewhere.
give credit to government because the liberalization of the media led to the emergence of different televisions and radio stations. We have also seen the growth of the media now from traditional media to digital, where we are seeing Elukem TV also emerging, TTV, we are seeing websites, we are seeing online TVs, many online TVs. We want to credit the government for that.
Okay.
That's very good. But in Uganda, at first we were doing well from 1960s, 1990s, but things started worsening in 2011 during the walk to work after the elections. That's when things started worsening. Journalists being battered, seriously, real battering, arrested. But what annoys me in this government is arresting someone, you take him to police, you don't charge him, you release him. Or if you charge him, there's no logical conclusion on that case. You can't see anything. Meaning they're just curtailing you from exposing what they are doing.
And also creating in you that fear.
Yes. The
After
biggest
testing the cells.
it's also creating fear. The biggest problem we have in Uganda is journalists and security. That is the most challenge we are encountering. And these security personnel target journalists with cameras. They first deal with those. Why are you dealing with journalists with cameras? What are you killing? You want to kill evidence, isn't it? Because on a camera, someone will be capturing everything. So they say, let's deal with this one first. And I'm telling you, from I've been attending these trainings, police and the pass outs, military police pass outs, trainings, and the other forces, during their demonstrations, they saw you that there is also journalists covering among themselves. They are trying to quell a riot. They ensure that the journalist is well protected while they are doing their trainings there. But when they come out, it is the opposite. It is a different story. These journalists, these security officers are told, they are taken through what they are supposed to do. They are supposed to protect the journalists. They are supposed to protect all people, the vulnerable, the elderly, those people. They are taught all these things. But what is killing this country is impunity. They do these things with impunity. Because really, you can't see someone saying, I'm going to promote this officer because he's a global journalist. Such a statement irritate a lot. So, as journalists, we are so much demoralized. Yes, we are celebrating, but we are demoralized. But these children of Israel suffered for more than 400 years. So, we can't stop speaking. We shall continue advocating for our rights. You know, these words we speak can change something. It can cause a significant change, by the way.
Yeah.
That's why we shouldn't get demoralized, but we should continue advocating our rights, engaging the stakeholders, engaging the relevant authorities. And that's why we celebrate these days, to remind them on what they are supposed to do. You know, some people become complacent because maybe he has been in that office now. But these days, we shall continue celebrating them because we have to do something. We have to speak for ourselves because no one else will advocate for us. We have people who are advocating for us. We have lawyers who fight for rights for journalists. I want to commend those lawyers because we have Human Rights Network for Journalists. It fights for journalists. In the case of anything, they give you free legal services. They give you lawyers. They give you everything. In Bunyoro, also, we get problems. And for us in the upcountry, we are so much disadvantaged. Why? We have few cameras. You find it, at least Kampala. You beat the other one, this one is capturing you. You beat the other one, this one is on you. But in upcountry, we have few cameras. You find if they are on you, they are going to beat you. There will be no evidence. That's why sometimes they don't know these things. That's why they are saying our journalists here are okay. Recently, they clubbed one of our own during the sports event here. It's secondary school football. Our colleague, one of our colleagues was beaten from Radio 7. He was recording a video using his phone. I don't know what happened, but we saw UPDF people, police, clobbering him seriously. One there has been a victim, they almost sought him. Here. Majaju also, they also sought him during COVID-19, even Joel. So, many have been happening. Others have not been attacked. These attacks are not only limited to security personnel, but also even political leaders, even the community members.
But also the beatings are not the only things that can
affect
signify
yes.
Battering or
yes, others are harassed digitally.
Yes.
They go on social media, they attack you, they do FBCD.
They send you text messages.
Threatening messages, and others. But to me, my appeal is to mostly the proprietors, the managers, to always first protect the interests of the journalists. Because there are scenarios which happen, you find even management has not spoken anything. The employer has not spoken anything, just kept quiet. You find maybe direct, there's nothing at all. You find maybe it is the situation coming out. So we also need to motivate these journalists. Because if really a journalist is not motivated by his employers, who will motivate him? If you go back, protect him. If there is anything, you see a way of handling it. So those are the challenges we are facing in the upcountry. But there is someone who asked, how do we maneuver? For us journalists, especially in Masini, I'll talk about Masini, where our area of jurisdiction, Kiandongo, Pulisa. What I know from our journalists, they are determined. They, doing something with passion. When you're doing something with passion, it is very hard to get away from the core roles, what you want to achieve. Those are the things. We are determined, and most of our journalists here are professional. At least they have followed our professional conduct, ethics. Because, for example, there is something which happened to me. I wrote a story here. The cow had been suspended from the council. I read the story. It was on page 8, New Vision. But amidst the attacks I got, they even threatened me to drag me. They threatened to drag me to the lawyer. The lawyer called me. I communicated to my bosses. They said they put everything in writing. No one wrote. Because I had all the facts. So the issue of professionalism and following the principles is very, very paramount. If you have done a story, it is well balanced, it has the facts, it has everything. It will be very hard for that person to challenge you, even if he goes to court. Instead, he will compensate you. So I missed good millions there. I was going to get some money, but
some money.
Yeah. So these are the things. When you are doing your thing rightly, even if there are challenges, you are able to go through them. But when you are shaping stories, you are biased. You have no facts. You have published something. They will take you on. And you will have no defense. And there's nothing bad like having no defense. Because your lawyer will say, those lawyers ask for some facts. How do we start? Do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this? Okay, let's continue. But when you have no facts, For me, I always tell my colleagues to be factual and follow those principles. Even if there is what, we shall be able to take them on, even if they are taking us on. We also faced some political interference. Political interference is also killing our journalism, whereby you remember Toji Kwatako. It was a very tense thing here in Masini. Even one of the radio stations was closed because of airing Council Live. Why was it closed? RDC said, we are closing it because of technical issues. Someone is not even technical in that area, but it's saying we are closing this radio because of technical issues.
Supplement on that, you have made me remind something. I remember by then I was still working with Kings FM, and I was doing a political show for the youth called Youth Parliament. And as we were discussing that topic, most of the youth were not happy with amending the constitution. So as we were in the studios discussing that topic, as he said, political interference. This by then, Godfrey Nyakauma had to call the manager and instructed the manager to end that program prematurely. And I want to tell you, I think that is what I will never forget in my life.
In your media journey.
Media journey. As we are here, we have just reached in the middle of the program. RDC calls Elijah, CEO, welcome. I don't want that show on your station. So that's where we have reached. Where the RDCs are deciding for us on what to put on air and what. So the situation, the environment is very challenging.
Okay.
So those are the issues. The media space is shrinking day and night, but we shall be there.
We shall overcome. All right, Mr. Sam, we shall get back to that. We're going to go for a very short commercial break, and when we return, we shall be speaking of some of the solutions that we can recommend to government and other bodies moving forward. But I want to do shout-outs for a few people here. TTV Uganda official says, great work team, always proud of you. Hash manager Joel. Then Bernard Kiosaba says, but thanks for the show. How can journalists in Uganda balance patriotic? Okay, I read that. Kasigwa Patrick says, how do Uganda's media laws, such as the computer misuse?
Discover your home away from home at Kabalega Resorts, Hoima. Located just 4 kilometers from Hoima City on the Hoima Masindi Road. A real resort in an eco environment. Nestled near the stunning Albertine Escarpment and historic Mparo Royal Tombs. We are the perfect blend of convenience and charm. Treat yourself to our cozy rooms, mouth-watering meals at the restaurant, and refreshing moments in our outdoor pool. Whether you're here for business or leisure, our conference facilities, camping grounds, and fun-filled kids' playground are ready for you. Escape, relax, reconnect at Kawalega Resorts. Hoima, your adventure starts with us. Book today. Discover your home away from home at Kabalega Resorts, Hoima. Located just 4 kilometers from Hoima City on the Hoima Masindi Road. A real resort in an eco environment. Nestled near the stunning Albertine Escarpment and historic Mparo Royal Tombs. We are the perfect blend of convenience and charm. Treat yourself to our cozy rooms, mouth-watering meals at the restaurant, and refreshing moments in our outdoor pool. Whether you're here for business or leisure, our conference facilities, camping grounds, and fun-filled kids' playground are ready for you. Escape, relax, reconnect at Kawalega Resorts. Hoima, your adventure starts with us. Book today. Discover your home away from home at Kabalega Resorts, Hoima. Located just 4 kilometers from Hoima City on the Hoima-Masindi Road. A real resort in an eco-environment. Nestled near the stunning Albertine Escarpment and historic Mparo Royal Tombs. We are the perfect blend of convenience and charm. Treat yourself to our cozy rooms, mouth-watering meals at the restaurant, and refreshing moments in our outdoor pool. Whether you're here for business or leisure, our conference facilities, camping grounds, and fun-filled kids' playground are ready for you. Escape, relax, reconnect at Kawalega Resorts, Hoima. Your adventure starts with us. Book today. Discover your home away from home at Kabalega Resorts, Hoima. Located just 4 kilometers from Hoima City on the Hoima-Masindi Road. A real resort in an eco-environment. Nestled near the stunning Albertine Escarpment and historic Mparo Royal Tombs. We are the perfect blend of convenience and charm. Treat yourself to our cozy rooms, mouth-watering meals at the restaurant, and refreshing moments in our outdoor pool. Whether you're here for business or leisure, our conference facilities, camping grounds, and fun-filled kids' playground are ready for you. Escape, relax, reconnect at Kawalega Resorts, Hoima. Your adventure starts with us. Book today.
See where you see people with interest. It's the part where there is nothing. Still on. Microphones that are on. All right. Welcome back from that short commercial break. My name is Elijah Kelvin Murungi, and this is the platform where expression is guaranteed. And now we just had a little glitch, but we hope that is being fixed, and yeah, everything will be okay as we head to conclude this particular show. Now, in our conclusion, we want to speak of, we want to dive a little bit again in the agenda, because as media, as they are practicing, or as we get into this particular job, it is not just the men that involve, but a lot of people, including the women, get to do what? Get to involve themselves in these different in these different activities to do with media and journalism. And of course, as you can see today, we managed to host one of the ladies on this particular show, and she has been able to sit on the table of men, like Umsaswangule said. Yes, on the table of men. Now, I am going to still send the question to you, Charity. Yeah,
Yes.
the question to you, Charity. Now, when we speak of gender, how can we protect female journalists from gender-based harassment and threats both online and offline? Because we can see in Uganda, as a country, we have digital platforms, but when it gets to TikTok, my God, yeah, when it gets to the offices that most of you are working in, it gets to these media houses that you're working in, there is a lot of harassment, there is a lot of uncertainties of your job, because of the threats here and there. Talk about that.
As female journalists, we are facing a number of challenges from the opposite sex.
Okay.
Because when you look at the number of journalists who are female in Masindi, you can even count them on your tips. Why? They are facing a number of challenges, and others are even quitting journalism just because of the challenges they see in the industry. You find a journalist who is a female journalist is facing like a challenge of thigh power. You reach at a radio station.
Elaborate again.
Thigh power.
Thigh power.
Before giving you a job, they first need your thighs first. At times, when you find bold journalists like us, we shall just say, maybe I cannot manage, let me leave the job.
When we put it to Orunyoro,
Amani Gebibero.
Amani Gebibero.
Yes. So,
okay.